And welcome back! Or, welcome to, you know what, we're gonna go.
Are we? Where are we going?
To go mess up the thing with, bleh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gotta get the failure endings. Gotta get all the fails. We're a bunch of losers failing at making friends on Troll Planet. No entrapment, please.
You tell him that you would rather stay away from any and all traps if that's alright. You mention that you think that's the better move for both of you. Something tells you that this guy wants to know what's in it for him. Probably all the times he's said explicitly that. You do have that vibe going on after all. He taps a claw on his chin and looks up to you and looks you up and down. He takes his time. You try not to blush, no matter how exacting his gaze is.
You present a solid case.
I do? What?
Your whole look is more than a bit repellent, but it may make a pitiable lost alien angle more emotionally effective if you still look like you just got run over. Frown.
Is he telling me to frown, or...? It takes you a second to realize he didn't just say his physical emotive...
You and the main character have this vibe going on right now, bro.
No, I don't want to have a vibe going on with the main character. I don't like him. Just from the previous episodes, he's kind of... Anyway.
Can I just say, though, like,
yeah?
How are you backing it up? I thought you were just scroll-wheeling.
Yeah, you scroll it upward.
Oh, okay. So, like, his dot dashy thing down there has got extra dashy dots on it. So...
There's something,
and I don't like not knowing it.
It's gotta be some kind of... I'm willing to bet it's like that thing, you know? The thing?
The word is Morse code.
Yeah, that thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, it takes you a second to realize he didn't just say his physical emotive response. Instead of doing it with his face, he's giving you a direction. You stick your lower lip out and try to look as pathetic as possible.
Yes, this is really working for me. It's awful. Completely repugnant. Your general squalor should function as a simple manipulation tactic, no matter which direction I decide to spin it.
The praise makes it hard to keep frowning, but you do your best to keep it up. You even hunch over a bit and shamble a few meager steps toward him.
Great. Yes. That's enough. No need to come any closer. Okay then, we'll skip hygiene and get straight to the best part. Bureaucracy. Stay right here and don't get any of your crusty alien orifices near my decor. I'll go and print out a contract and we can move on.
Reimbursement. You pretend you're a statue while he types things, then prints typed things, then staples the printed things. His spirit Lucius stares at you with beady interest. You stare back, completely motionless. You wonder how often gor-gor has friends over. He brings the packet over to you and hands you a pen.
Read this, or don't. Sign it either way. It's a standard legislator agreement, tweaked a bit to accommodate your particular situation. You agree to submit your testimony to be judged and will accept whatever subjugation you receive. You recognize that any potential winnings are to be remitted to me for processing through a local account before your petition can be depends on you. In the event you're culling, I will act as executor of your accounts. Blah blah. Some bold business. I'm sure it's the same where you're from. The stars at each place you are to initial.
That sure was a lot of stuff that you just got. That sure was a lot of stuff that you just got told real fast. You were trying to listen, really, but he winked at you early on in the monologue, and it was really distracting because you couldn't stop thinking about if you could incorporate a wink into a secret handshake, maybe. How do you know he winked at you if his face, you know? What if he just blinked? Anyway. Anyway, regular legal jargon, yeah. Just like all the times you click to say you read the terms and conditions on an old harmless social media app. That stuff never ends up being relevant. You show off your exquisitely polished John Hancock as many times as it takes.
Excellent, excellent. Everything's in order then. Are you ready to head out?
Sure. Yeah, right. Oh, like now? Now? You're not ready. Do you look roughed up enough? Will your bones need to go through any more ordeals? What's a subjugulator? Does Tagora...
No sweep like the one you're fucking in, as they say.
What?
Pardon the language. It's an idiom. It means it's time to fucking go.
Let's watch the fucking language. You follow him out about as apprehensively as you followed him in. You retrace the path you took not too long ago. It occurs to you to wonder where this glorious feat of justice is going to take place, and, like, if anyone is going to subpoena the asshole that hit you. Is that even a thing here? You skip up to match Tagora's pace and ask.
There's no real need... There's no real need for you to worry about that. It's for me to deal with. I saw the perpetrator, of course. If it seems prudent to pin the crime on them when the time comes, I will have more than enough credible evidence to condemn them. Their blood crate should be sufficient, but if it seems worth it to call in their dented scuttlebuggy, I can certainly do that as well. Did I say... That was cast, not crate.
I was going to correct you, but then I forgot by the time you finished reading the sentence.
Of course, that's not the only way we can spin this. It may not be necessary to involve them at all.
Really? How does that even work?
Don't bother worrying about that either.
Okay.
I should really be saying either for him. He's very fancy.
You definitely still worry about that, but you nod and keep walking like like you're not bothered. You want to match his level of easy confidence. It's almost comforting to be around it now that you've spent some time with him. It's simple. You're still basking in the ease of being told what to do when this whole vibe flips over on its ass so fast that you feel like it's iced down on your back. You look at Tagora first. He stopped walking, and his posture somehow gets straighter. Even his cute little ponytail thing is more alert. He's staring at the approach of another troll, a blue guy. You know that means a high blood, but not much else about what that entails aside from what you're picking up from the full hair-on-end cat reaction from old gor-gor next to you.
Pleasant evening, sir?
His voice gets somehow sweeter and more professional at the same time. You recognize what he's feeling because you've felt it in yourself the whole time you've been on this godforsaken planet. A deep, all-consuming thirst for approval. He's gunning hard for business boy friendship. The high blood, however, is not. At first you think he might be chill because his smile gets huge, and hell if you don't love getting smiled upon. You start to introduce yourself until Tagora shoots a "be cool" look. It's then that you learn that this guy's smile is not the nice kind.
What's this?
He asks.
Gor-gor picked up a little friend. It's not... We have a working relationship.
You try not to let his dismissal of your friendship sting. You're not there yet. It's okay. You want to be helpful, so you put on your best injured face and start hobbling in a circle, twisting your neck at the most grotesque angle you can manage without actually hurting yourself. You groan pitifully about all your bones.
Wait. Oh, is that the guy?
Right, your booming drum is yeah.
Oh, right. Your booming drone pursuing business. This, client you have here looks extra shitty.
I think you lost the voice.
I totally lost the voice. Good luck getting anything good for whatever this mutant is that you scraped up from the gristle grate. If you take a moment to consider the potential...
The blue guy rolls his eyes and keeps walking, elbowing his way right past his elbowing his way right between the two of you on his way past like you're nothing. Tagora freezes. His eyes stay fixed ahead of him where the blue guy was just standing. It's like he hasn't processed the movement yet, even though he got knocked back a few steps in his wake. He starts shaking. Yikes, that was tense. You want to say something reassuring to Tagora, but he has kind of ascended into another plane of existence. Maybe a nice reassuring pat on the shoulder will help diffuse the mood? You put a ginger hand in the mere vicinity of his body and he whirls to face you, eyes narrowed and breathing heavy. You snatch your hand back fast. Mistake!
You!
Scaring me,
Do you
kid.
have any idea how rare that networking opportunity was?
What?
Do you realize what you... No, of course you don't. You don't know anything. You're just a weird little hornless thing who doesn't even know how to cross the fucking street.
I mean... It's kind of harsh. What did I do? He starts laughing all high-pitched and weird. Up until now, he seemed so slick, so unflappable. Is that... that gor-gor is hard to reconcile with the one pacing... That gor-gor is hard to reconcile with the one pacing back and forth, hollering and grabbing at his face. He's pretty goddamn flapped. Oh boy, you really screwed up, huh? Maybe your busted neck routine was not convincing enough? Or too convincing? Either way, you figure now might be the time to bow out before the scene really blows up. You tell him so. Your neck is fine. Look, you headbang a bit to prove it.
No. A deal is a deal is a deal.
Oh wow, he did say it 3 times, didn't he? He breathes in slowly through his nose. He doesn't have a nose.
Alright, gor-gor. Remember your mantra.
He closes his eyes. After an awkward minute of watching him whisper something unintelligible to himself, he opens them and immediately starts up that bonkers pace again, so you skedaddle to catch up. He keeps talking, though by now he's just talking to himself, with you as an eavesdropping barnacle with really slow legs. Little manic giggles bubble out between his sentences.
We're headed toward justice, alright.
Uh-oh.
Keep walking, we're seeing this through. I've got a bottom line to uphold.
Okay, not bad. Maybe things are still cool between you. Maybe this lawyer-client relationship still has a chance to blossom into something more. What? You venture a friendly-type topic and ask him about his mantra. He stops walking and looks at you like you shat on his Lucius's grave.
You don't just ask someone what their mantra is.
Maybe not so cool. He shivers, spooked, and turns his stanky stare from you to the path you're on. After a moment, he smooths back all his hairs he shook out of place during his freak-out, pivots, and turns down a side street.
Anyways, as I was about to say, there are many ways to fulfill the terms of our contract.
Okay.
I was hoping this would lead to a more stimulating evening. I was prepared to get into it with you. For you. But it has become clear that this partnership is no longer worth the work.
What's going on? Are you gonna kill me?
Especially now that I will have to consider the significant career setback I just experienced at your feckless hand.
What did I do? Did I do something stupid? I don't remember.
You didn't impress the blue guy.
Okay, so it wasn't, I didn't say something specific, I just wasn't injured enough, or I was a mutant looking thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of wasting any more of my time on yours, let's take a shortcut to the same end result, sparing us both the agony of enduring a long court battle in the proximity of one another.
Is he about to kill us?
Yes.
Here's your verdict. You're guilty!
What am I guilty of? Guilty? Wait, wasn't this supposed to be the other guy on trial? You look around, panic rising in your chest.
Oh, don't tell me. You don't know how the legal system works either. Unsurprising and uninteresting.
Oh, this is bad. You've been so caught up in watching him talk that you didn't notice him guiding you straight to the shittier part of town. You know, the part that's all half-demolished hives and creepy noises and drones flying around. Drones like the one that turns to notice you when Tagora whistles, snaps his finger, and points right at your head.
Hey, big guy. Over here. One extremely malformed and unviable troll. Just the way you like it.
You shouldn't feel surprised at this betrayal, maybe, but you do. For a second, anyway. Then you focus on yelling and scanning for possible debris to hide under. Tagora starts backing away as the drone gets closer.
There's a sewer the next street over. You probably won't make it. But if you do, check your pocket.
Okay.
Game over.
So, okay, so technically he's not dead yet. But so far the only instances where you can die are with my two favorites. What?
Maybe you just pick shitty characters.
This is weird.
Yeah?
Man.
Is it literally just a bill in your pocket?
Yes. Tagora is scary when he wants to be.
Yeah. I wish I had, gone a bit more psychopathic with him there in my readings. Should have, but didn't.
That kind of makes it scarier, because he, wasn't psychopathic.
I meant just at certain parts where he was really looked like he was freaking out a little.
And... Dude.
Also, the drones look nothing like I expected.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what I mean, sure, they're hulking robot dudes, I guess, but... I don't know, I didn't expect them to be Fire Nation, first of all.
Fire Nation. And that's just... I know we went and intentionally did, a... Wow, earlier I said that that other route wouldn't annoy him, so I didn't do it.
Shows what you know.
Dude. I am shook. Oh my god. Wow. That actually did wind up being I think it's still the shortest of all the episodes, but...
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So, next up we're gonna go see Vickery in the next episode. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Say bye!
Howdy!
I'm going to kill you.